Hey guys, how's it going? Ricky here from Most Valuable Podcast, here to give you, we're here. We started from the bottom, now we hit at the top number one in the top 25 preseason top 25 for our college football. We're here. I draked it a little bit. We started at the bottom, now we're number one. You guys know who it is. You saw the title, Ohio State. And this is going to be the most interesting season for Ohio State under Urban Meyer, because first let me start from the beginning. You win the national title. Then everyone talks about it. Me and Brandon on our Big 12 preview preached about it. Who do you start at quarterback? Broxton, Cardell, JT Barrett. Then they throw us a curveball and say, well, guys, you only got to talk about Cardell and JT because Broxton's going to play wide receiver. We're like, okay, but who's going to start? Cardell Jones or JT Barrett? I almost say Broxton because he was the guy I wanted to be that front runner. He was the front runner to me. He's going to play wide receiver. He's going to do the Denard Robinson thing, try to get into the NFL. Great for him. Besides that, look at the other positions. Ezekiel Elliott's back. One of the best running backs, especially in the college football playoff last year. Wide receiver, you go ahead and you add in Broxton Miller. And I just want to say one thing about Broxton Miller being a wide receiver, and this is going to go for every single game he's in, especially early on. It's going to be interesting to see how he takes hits, because this is a guy at quarterback where he's not used to taking the hits right now. And that's something that if I'm a defense on the opposite side, I'm telling my players, hit him hard and hit him often. If you can, give him a shot off the line. Legal, of course. If he catches the ball, go ahead and smack him. Rough him around a little bit. And I'm not saying helmet-to-helmet stuff. So Ricky's a bounty gate guy. You can stop those comments. But I'm just saying they're going to rough him up a little bit because he used to play quarterback, didn't get hit a lot. And wide receivers right now, Miller's kind of that wide receiver H-back hybrid, but we've got Jalen Marshall, Corey Smith, Michael Thomas, because there's the number one wide receiver for Ohio State's injured. That's the biggest thing that's going to hurt them. So how are the other wide receivers going to step up? Catching balls from either or Barrett or Jones. Ohio State may throw a curveball at us and say, well, guys, we're just going to throw a 2-quarterback system at you. Right now, according to ourlads.com, they have Cardell Jones as the number one pick for that quarterback battle. The defense doesn't get any worse than what you got. Here's the only thing with the defense. Joey Bosa comes back, Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year last year. I mean, you have to replace Michael Bennett. You've got Joshua Perry coming off a 124 tackle season on the outside. Darren Lee, a big-time playmaker and a performer. The big question, though, the suspensions that Ohio State has. And we can I'm going to take that into the next part of this video. I always say the most important part, the schedule. I don't know exactly how many there are, but there's the big one is Joey Bosa. There's a few Ohio State players that aren't going to be playing game one at Virginia Tech. That's not good, especially when Joey Bosa is one of those guys, a team that upset you last year in Columbus. I really don't want to say it because I'm going to piss off Buckeye fans. Virginia Tech's going to beat you. Boom, dropped it. Monday night game, ESPN. This is a Monday night game before the real guys play on Monday night, the NFLers. Hokies going to get the win. I feel like after September 7th, we are going to be talking about, well, if their players weren't suspended, they would have won this game. How could a guy like Joey Bosa be so stupid to get? That's what all the media is going to be saying. Talking about how suspensions hurt the Buckeyes. Virginia Tech got it done. However, after that, Buckeyes beat Hawaii. Buckeyes beat Northern Illinois. Buckeyes beat the Broncos of Western Michigan. They beat Indiana. They beat Maryland. Penn State, upset alert. And I'm putting that in air quotes because, come on, Buckeyes are going to get the win. Win at Rutgers. Win at home against Minnesota. Win on the road in Champaign. Tim Beckman's not going to be there, but the Illinois Fighting Illini is still going to lose, even though I would love for the orange and blue to beat the Buckeyes. Buckeyes are going to get the win. Then the two biggest games of the season, in my mind. Michigan State at home, Michigan on the road. And if you've listened to the National Championship Pick podcast that me and Brandon already put out, you know what I'm going to say about these last two games. But for the rest of you, I'm going to say it. And I'm going to get some hateful YouTube comments. I can just smell them right now, and I can see them in my head right now. You guys will win at home, senior night in Columbus against Michigan State. However, Jim Harbaugh, Michigan, Wolverines, Big Blue, in Ann Arbor. Harbaugh's going to beat you. The big thing we're going to be talking about Michigan and Jim Harbaugh at the end of the season, look at what Jim Harbaugh could do. He beat Michigan State and he beat Ohio State. May have only 4 wins, but he beat you 2. That's the kind of season we're going to be talking about with Big Blue. Because I'll tell you this, Ohio State Buckeye fans, you may not want to hear this. The Wolverines are coming for you. Not just this season. Jim Harbaugh is going to build a machine at Michigan. So this is kind of going to be the foreshadowing to that. I'm calling upset Michigan over Ohio State. Because of that, you guys are still going to get into the Big Ten title game because you will beat Michigan State. Michigan State will also have one Big 12 loss or 2. I had them as 2. You'll get in over them. You'll play, not Washington, you'll play Wisconsin. You'll beat Wisconsin. Then you're just hoping that at that point, the committee doesn't like both Baylor and TCU over you and that you can get in to the college football playoff. I personally do not have Ohio State in my college football playoff, and I know that's I'm in the minority there, and that's a huge surprise, but I just feel like, for me, I'll say right now, if TCU and Baylor in there together, that's why Ohio State gets knocked out. But if both Big 12 teams aren't there, Ohio State would be my 5th team coming into the playoff, especially as the Big Ten champs. But yeah, that's how I have it saying. Big Ten title champs, but you're going to have 2 losses on the season, no college football playoff for you. Defending champions die without getting a chance to fight for it in the college football playoff. Buckeye fans, I want to hear from you down below. Tell me how crazy I am that I have you losing not only to Virginia Tech. That's fine because they beat you last year. I have you losing to Michigan. And let me know what you think of Michigan and what's coming on the horizon. I would love to hear that from Buckeye Nation. And I love to hear how red loves to bash blue in the greatest rivalry, I will say, in not even college sports, but in Big Ten football history. That's going to do it for not just this video, but our top 25. Football's underway next. Can't wait to be giving you weekly top 25, weekly college football pick'ems, and all that good stuff. Thank you guys for checking out all these videos, checking out this one. If you loved it, hit the subscribe button. If you liked it, hit that like button. It really helps us out. I'm at Ricky Widmer. Most Valuable Podcast is at Most Valuable Pod. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good day, everybody.
Hey guys, like the video? Then hit that subscribe button. But if you liked it even more, you should check out our Patreon page. We have a lot of different rewards and goals for those of you who would love to support us. So make sure to click that link down in the description to check out those pretty kick-ass rewards.